These are the best of the best, coming up with pathetic excuses for bad results. CSL and Reece had something in common this week. Do you see what they had in common?
Castigating Melbourne, Victoria, and more particularly Melbourne, as being the source of their woes.
McNamee and Wilson are two of the best CEOs Victoria's ever produced. So what I don't get is them standing up and blaming work from home is, to me, one of the most pathetic chairman and CEO behaviour I've seen. These are impressive CEOs. If you want people to work from the office, make them work from the office. Don't blame more on politicians. You have control over your business. You can get people to work from the office. If you're too gutless to get your staff to come back, don't go and blame Jacinta Allen, who's incompetent. But in this regard, she is what she is. We get people working 5 days in the office. I'm not blaming anybody. I'm not blaming Dan Andrews for my woes.
How many staff do you have?
600.
Okay. So how many does CSL have? 10,000 in Victoria or some crazy number like that.
How does that make a difference?
Because I think they feel that if they don't acquiesce to these demands, they're not going to be able to fill the jobs.
Where else are these people going to go? If you're a specific scientist working on vaccines for CSL,
yeah.
What, you don't walk into the next door and get a job for the same money? I highly doubt it.
Well, I don't know that. And also they're spinning off their vaccines business. By the way,
yeah.
they're spinning it off. They're spinning it off as an in-specie distribution to shareholders is what they said, which will be very interesting.
But even worse for Reece, who obviously they make their store workers going 5 days a week. Why aren't they making their office workers going 5 days? This is actually pathetic from them.
That's a good point.
Zero.
I tell you.
Zero.
All right. Well, I think that, unsurprisingly, I think that you're a bit harsh because if they could do it, I think they would.
Of course they can. They're choosing not to.
I think
they're too gutless.
Well,
and if all bosses did this, if we all said,
do. Let's get one of them on, and you should put this to them. I mean, don't hard talk them because, I don't want to be persona non grata in business in Victoria.
Reece, you're never going to buy a toilet again.
Yeah, exactly. My toilet will never be unblocked again. But I think we should get one of these people on and have this conversation.
This is all the more. If this was some random CEO, whatever, this is one of the greatest CEOs of the last 2 decades. He's done an unbelievable job at Reece.
No, I take your point.
I'm more disappointed that this is the reaction from great executives. If these are hack executives, whatever, you kind of expect it. These are the best of the best, coming up with pathetic excuses for bad results.
Because, when I see you taking out like a huge mace, like the old school weapon with the spikes on it, and heading towards someone and like pulling it back about to club them. My natural instinct is to defend them, but actually you might be right about this. Like it might be hopeless and it might be a pathetic excuse, but it might not. And if you think they're great CEOs, then maybe I'd give them the benefit of the doubt. And I don't say this flippantly. Like we should, in fairness,
the chairman of the
we
CEO,
should cajole one of them into coming in here and explaining why they can't just do that.